And so we will run this webinar very tight fit. Any questions, please post them onto the chat. We will not be taking live questions, as in unmuting people. Please put them onto the chat. Any questions unanswered, when it comes to an end, we will then make sure that these are fielded in the groups that you are in. Our program is as follows: what a blessing and how it works. We then talk about what is required and expected in any group that you may be in. We will then move on to how do we encourage each other in the group, because it's a lot about team effort and not one-man show, whether it is your admin, whether it is people that you've joined in or anything. We are all working, pulling together. And lastly, then we'll do Q&A, which is your questions and answers. And as I said, please can we field every single one of your questions on the chat, the webinar chat. Right, so now as we start, each speaker will introduce who they are as they are about to start their topic. And the first one is, what's a blessing and how does it work? If I can ask the lady that's taking this one, Madame C, please unmute yourself and let's start with today. Thank you.
Great. So my name is Candy. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to join us. So before I sort of share what this WhatsApp gifting is all about, I'd like to put a disclaimer out there. I believe in God. So, I'm hoping that everybody here, does that. But if not, with all due respect, please forgive me if I, refer to God here and there. So what is this WhatsApp gifting? So it's pretty simple. And our moderator just explained, a lot of people are getting a bit confused on how it works. What is it? All questions are coming up. So to really simplify it, so you have 6 people. We're going to start with 6 people. And all these 6 people have got their names with the number on it. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these 6 people, of course, in that order, have got to put a gift. And that's why it's called the WhatsApp gifting. So depending on the group, people have got different amounts. So for this evening, we're going to talk about 1,000 rands. So the people from it's yours, you give it to somebody. So remember, we're calling it a 6,000. So where does the 6th person come in? So the 6th person comes in. I'm going to explain that as we get to the bottom of the illustration. So when you gift person A, we're just going to call this person person A. When you put your 6,000 into person A's account, each person who gets to the slot has got to give their account number, so that every person deposits this gifting into that account. When that money is had, of course, that person falls off. Now, the joy of each group, it's all about teamwork. You can't just sit there and expect one person to do it and the other person not to do it. So now, it's going to get easier and better. When person A drops off, you now have to have the group split into 2 parts. So now, let's now also pretend that person A has dropped off. Then you have other people being split into 2 groups. Now remember, to get people to gift, because people from the persons that are from number 2, 3, 4, 5 have already gifted the person at the top. They can't gift again. They can't pay again. So now when person A drops off as number 1, you have other people joining in. So because the group has been split into 2, I'll explain that in a second, you now need to have the people who are now in position 2 and 3 are going to be split to have 2 groups, all right? So in everything in life, I don't know if you've ever thought about it, it only became clear to me that you have odd numbers and even numbers. So in this case, let's say you've got person B who's on number 2, person C is on number 3, and so on and so forth. So the people with the even numbers are going to move to a different WhatsApp group, and the people with the odd numbers are going to move to another group. So now we're starting again. So now you have 5 people at the top. So now these 5 people at the top have got to introduce a person who they want to gift, or who's going to gift the one who's at the top right now. So that is the part where a lot of people get confused. 5 people at the top. Remember, person A has dropped off. You've split the group into 2. Now that group, there are 2 groups here which have been split. So you've got another WhatsApp group which we're going to call group A, and another group which we're going to call group P. Please don't get confused. We're going to get this clear. So when these people are split into 2 groups, again, the whole series starts again. You've got person number 1, person number 2, person number 3, person number 4, and person number 5. So these 5 people have now to introduce 6 new people at the bottom. So now these 6 people at the bottom, you have them as number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now 11. Remember, we are having 6 people blessing the person at the top. So for instance, I am Candy. I introduce someone called Sarah. I tell Sarah about the gifting. She's happy with it. And she says, I want to be part of this group. I'm going to send her the link for her to join a WhatsApp group. When she joins that WhatsApp group, I'll put her on number 6. So that's the person that I've brought in. Then you've got now person B, who is sitting at number 2 at the top. Person B also speaks to her sister. The sister says, yay, I'm happy, I'm coming on board. The sister comes on, and the person's name is called Jane. So Jane comes on to number 7. The list goes on and on. Now remember, there are 5 people at the top, but at the bottom you need 6 people. So that's why it is very important to understand that the 5 people and the people that they are introducing, it's about teamwork. So you all have to make sure that you bring in a person each, that's a given. But to get the 6th person at the bottom, it is teamwork. You all don't stop because I have brought my own person, then I've stopped. That makes it move slower. That can actually just have people sitting there, and then the whole gifting slows down or it stops. So everybody has got to be chatting. You know, you're chatting, hey, let's go on, let's do this together. And you all work at bringing in number 11. So when those people that you've introduced from number 6 to 11 come on, they have to now bless the person who's at the top. So as they come in, you say, yes, I want to be part of this. You come in, you're given a number at the bottom. You have to bless that person with that 1,000. So let's say this group is brilliant. Teamwork is going. Everybody pays the 6,000. The person at the top drops. Now, again, remember, the group keeps splitting. It has to keep splitting all the time. When the group is split, you have to, when the person at the top has been given their 6,000, again, you have to split from number 2 to number 11. Remember, we said every person that joins the group is either having their name on an odd number or an even number. So the person who was number 2 is going to form another WhatsApp group. Person number 2 becomes number 1. Person number 4 becomes number 2. Person number 6 becomes number 3. Person number 8 becomes number 4. And person number 10 becomes number 5. The whole process starts again. And a lot of people have also been asking us to say, but if someone gets their money, they won't come back. You need to gift. That's why this thing is called a gifting. So if you get your money, your 6,000, you have to gift it to another group. You have to be able to help someone. So I've got a minute to go just to explain the other group as well. Remember, you had person who was number 3 becomes number 1. Person who was number 5 becomes number 2. Person who's number 7 becomes number 3. Person who's number 9 becomes number 4. And person who's number 11 becomes number 5. This thing has helped a lot of people. Remember, again, I'm going to go back to, being a person that believes in God. We are in a situation where people are going through hard times. So with this gifting, it is helping people. It is helping us. There are some of us who are not working, some of us who are on half pay, some of us who just don't even know where our meals are going to come from. This gifting works. And it's teaching a lot of people about teamwork. It is about working together. Some groups are so phenomenal that every morning they wake up, somebody shares an encouraging word, somebody shares the scripture, somebody says, hey guys, let's do this. So this is how this works. It is about blessing each other. It is about gifting somebody. And back to you, Madam. I am
Thank
done,
you,
Madam
Madam
Moderator.
C. We appreciate you. You are all buying us coffee. You will see why when we chat later. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. For those that joined us way as we started, we are a very time conscious team. So when we say 1:30, we give 5 minutes to join in and we start. So welcome and thank you very much. Please keep your videos on mute. Keep your audio on mute as we've placed on the group. And then we'll carry on. I'd like to introduce the next lady, phenomenal as well. Just like the first one, we all have energy. We all pray. In fact, we prayed for this one. I'd love to give it over to the lady who is talking about what is required and expected in the group. She's one of the many what do they do, admins on the various group. Over to you, Madame. Please unmute yourself and let's talk about what is required and expected in the group, taking on from our first speaker. Thank you.
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great stuff. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are speaking to Yvonne. I've been part of the gifting for a while now. And I'm going to just take you through the journey of what is required based on my observations, what I see in various groups, and why is it that others are really, really gifting each other like there's no tomorrow. Okay, first and foremost, thank you so much to the previous speaker. She's done quite a good job. She's explained almost all the concepts. So I would just try and take you through teamwork is what is required in the WhatsApp gifting. Without teamwork, you will be frustrated. Again, please do not look at the name at the top. Work as a team. Work on a strategy. How is it that you are going to close the group? I encourage teams to actually, as soon as the group splits, you're more than welcome to have your private meetings. I mean, nowadays, the WhatsApp calling takes up to 8 people. And then the top 5, I call them partners. They are business partners, business blessers, should we call. Okay? You get together, try and work on a strategy that is comfortable for all top 5. And let's not leave the one person running around. It's good if a person has got a good network. They do bring in a lot of people. Some would even cycle within a few hours, some within a day, some within a week. But honestly speaking, to be comfortable and to be more realistic, it is better to cycle between 1 to 7 days. Okay? You work on this strategy, you all work hand in hand. Again, when you're inviting people, please do not be in a hurry to just get them into the team. People get frustrated. They land into a team. They're not so sure what is it that is expected from them. Walk them through the journey. Let them understand that we are blessing each other. We are a team that is looking out for one another in this pandemic. It is not easy. Like Candy said, people have lost jobs. Others have gone on half pay. Others are not working at all, especially if they were hustlers. And because of the COVID-19, they're not able to do what they were doing previously. Okay. Again, when you invite people, you get blessed as the top person. Don't walk away from your group. Walk them through the journey. It is very important that you still support them in the background, and wherever they are feeling like they're not so sure, they don't know how to invite people, help them. Be there for them so that everybody can get gifted. It is important that we do not just get the money or we receive the gift and we move on. We leave the participants, we leave the invitees that we brought onto the group. As the group splits, you're not alone. please carry on supporting them. And I'm encouraging you, what is required, the most important one is re-gift. You received your blessing, the 6,000 blessing. We will take you, or you go into another group to gift them as well. The more we gift each other, we are sowing a seed. Again, we have looked at this from a spiritual point of view. What is it that we need in this pandemic? We need each other. We need to support each other financially, spiritually, emotionally, and everything else that we're going through. So please, again, I'm saying, support each other. Make any necessary conversations in a group. Do not be quiet. I know we are all hectic. We're trying to find our way throughout the day. Make it a point as a leader, especially when you're at the top, be the lead. Always make sure you're in contact with your teams. Have side meetings. Have proper strategies. Help one another. We are a team. It would be great, and I've seen it working in groups that are so well oiled that it's amazing the kind of work that they put together. They are not keeping people outside because they're keeping them out for them when they get to the top. Do you know what you're doing? You are killing the morale in the group. Even if you have people, bring them on. Help to gift the top person. And that top person will also assist you. At no given point must a person feel a stranger in a group because it has split. You should support your teams as you go along. Please, it is very, very important. That is my message for you guys today. Support each other. Work on a strategy as a team. Reinvest into the system because we need more people to be blessed, not just a person. And I've seen people that are so stressed. It's because they were left alone by the person that brought them. Walk them through the journey. It is a phenomenal idea. It's really, really great, guys. It has changed people's lives. You don't understand the people, the testimonies that we get day to day. And the teams that are cycling, that are really gifting each other like it's going out of fashion. It is just brilliant. It is beautiful. So let's go back into our teams. Let's do the team spirit. Let's have a strategy. Let's continue blessing others. Let's continue reinvesting into the system. That is the message that I have for you today. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much, Yvonne. Yvonne is one of